January 2012 found me on long service leave, and I heard on the radio about an organisation called Habitat for Humanity. They were going to Cambodia, to Phnom Penh, on a project called Hands and Hearts, and their goal was to build houses for the needy. Cambodia has an interesting history dating back 12 centuries to the time of Angkor Wat and the temples. Over 98% of the people are Buddhists, and they've only just recently received independence after many years of war. They're resilient and on the surface are happy people. Their smile is the first thing that greets you as you come into the country, and it's very infectious. But behind this smile, for most people, is a memory. And this is where I began my journey in Cambodia, visiting the Killing Fields Memorial and the S21 prison. Here's where the point end, if you like, of Pol Pot's regime was implemented. Pol Pot effectively wiped out over 2 million people in his just 4 years. And that memory lingers on. It was with this background that we began our project. To put this in perspective, ask yourself the question, what were you doing in 1975? I know what I was doing. I was surfing, I was skiing, I was having a great time, I was at school. Yet these people were separated from their family. The young and the fit were sent off to plough these fields, and talking at night and discussing anything was seen as insurrection, and you faced the chance of being just another disappearing person. But now, 30 years on, we find ourselves in a situation where Cambodia is trying to rebuild. We have lots of investment coming in, lots of non-government organisations or NGOs coming in to assist the people. Habitat for Humanity is one of these organisations, and it was a great joy to spend this week in Phnom Penh with 30 other Australians trying to make a difference in a place where just getting above the breadline, getting out of the water, as you'll see by the pictures coming up, is a very difficult process. We're excited to get on the bus to get out to the settlement on the first day. We were greeted by a huge community event. Each settlement or community has a chief, and the chief and all the local people and identities were there. The media was there to welcome us, and then we got straight onto the project. It's tradition in Cambodia for the house owner to lay the first brick, and this is exactly what's happening in this picture. The father of our family is laying down the first brick before they allow us anywhere near it. One unexpected elements of this trip that I found was just watching the sheer joy and great smiles on the family, and from this moment on, for the whole week, they were just beaming. And I think Mum, as you'll see photos later on, Mum just got a bigger and bigger smile as the week went on. They're helping us build. Dad is a fishmonger. He has to go off and keep some income coming in while we build. And Mum was there and the kids were there, digging around all day, cleaning up after us, passing bricks, mixing mud. And it was a real team effort between the people of Cambodia. As you can see, there's a lot of people from local people in there working with us, guiding us and telling us what to do mostly, and the Australians working side by side. Real team effort. Here we have our team, Kate and Kath from Australian House and Garden. They're doing their bit, digging away and doing great bricklaying, and we have the three others from Ansell. We've got Lisa and Carmela there. Carmela, yes, hello Carmela. And Matt, great bricklayers, they were fantastic. Me, I was just doing the recording. No, I did help her lay a few bricks later on. And of course Angela Caterns here was on the house next to us from the ABC, working with the other people on this house right next to us. That was the third house, House Bay, and we were House Bun. In Cambodian you count Moi Pi Bay Bun. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. and we were house bun. Now, for those of you who are builders out there who are considering coming on a build with us, I took these shots particularly so you can see the type of construction, the methods and building equipment that's around, so you can get a good look at this and see what's happening. This also shows you the full 360 of an intersection in the community. The rain, as I said, was quite intense the day I was to before we started, and this gives an indication of what's happening around the community. Here's the other house. I think this is house 2. And you'll notice there are 2 brick high walls around blocks of land, and that denotes the ownership. The problem with that is it creates dams, and here you can see a classic, what was probably once a rice paddy, now a block of land. Each night we'd travel back into town, trying to make it look pretty for the Chinese president, and then back into it the next day. This is our team from House Bun, or House 4. And of course the other thing we had regularly was the pigs and the children. And finally we have a finished house. So I've taken the video camera and we're doing a tour. You can see the type of construction, the shutters, beautiful blue. I asked our house owner what her favourite colour was and she said blue. And I said that's good because that's all we got. There's a toilet at the back, and down around the side here gives you an indication of the size. No fly screens, simple construction to get out of the weather. There's our house owner there, our foreman, and the local guys doing some finishing off. These guys are fantastic, great skilled workers. And of course the guys adjusting down the back here, saying Arkun, which is thank you, fixing up the septic, the sewage system for the toilet. And of course the family was very excited. Here they are. All but Dad, 4 kids and Mum. Dad was at work at that point. And finally we had the finished houses. This is just before our ceremony. At this point we go off and visit another house for their opening ceremony and join with them. And then we've come back into our house and each member of the team had a speech before this little episode where we got to celebrate and sing for the house owners and to, I still have no idea what we were singing, but the locals enjoyed it and it was a great way to celebrate to finish off. The guy talking is our interpreter Eric, and he was absolutely legend, fantastic guy. So I'll let you watch this. And whilst it's traditional for Habitat people not to give presents, the Habitat people organise so every family gets exactly the same present, so no one feels left out. But really make a big point of that in the manual, not to give presents other than the gift we're giving of the house. But the guy organising this is Gangster Raymond. He was a legend. Real card, made us very welcome, a great Cambodian and a great organiser for these events. And the other thing they do to celebrate the opening of something is to release sparrows. Here we have a happy mum knowing that she's got a place for her kids to be out of the monsoon when it's coming, which is probably there right now, and all the boys, and of course Dad. Happy father knowing, when asked what it meant to him, it meant that his children had an inheritance. And so for all your sponsors, and thank you for those people who donated and helped, this is what you have done with your money. It's created these smiles and put this family into a home. Once all the official ceremony is over, Suck by Jet, or whatever the song was we were singing, just spontaneously erupted outside our hut, and everybody seemed to join in, from the coordinators of Habitat who were there for the ceremony, the builders, the skilled workers. It was just the family. It was a great circle of clapping and cheering at the end. I just wish I had a video of this section, but it was just great. Yeah. There's Eric with the red hat on, great guy. And of course, you couldn't keep Gangster Raymond out of a party if you tried. So when you consider, was your money put to good use, sponsors and supporters, I hope you can see from these smiles here what you've done and what lasting impact you'll have on these people.